Okay. My microphone's actually broken. Some idiot left an exploded battery acid leaking battery in my microphone, and now I'm not sure if this is even doing anything. Whatever. If it's not, I'll have to re-record this whole thing. So I will be as brief as possible without leaving too much out. Hi! And welcome to 2019's Atlanticon video. Oh, and I should probably preface this video by saying that I didn't take any video during the convention. I only took pictures, and so this is going to be a 100% rant. There might be one video that I took with my phone. I'm not sure of the audio quality of that though, so I just might leave it. Only pictures this time, and you'll see them moving across the screen. Lots of good cosplays, pictures of merchandise, stuff. There's a can of Coke next to a microphone. Yeah. So here we go. Today I am recording at my desk and not downstairs, so you might hear some background noise and you might hear some chair squeak. Chair sounds. It doesn't actually squeak. It just goes when I move. So be prepared for that. And this is currently being recorded the Sunday, few hours after the convention, which is very soon after the video will probably be released in a couple months, knowing how long it takes me to actually get shit done. Alright, so Atlanticon number 8 this time. It's 8. I am not confused. It's definitely 8. And let me just grab the schedule real quick. I have to run around. Friday. On this day, I got there bright and early at 5:30 p.m. For the opening ceremonies. I don't even remember what he said, just hi. Welcome to the convention, all that good opening stuff. And then I went to the floor. And this year there were, the first day there weren't a lot of people already set up and stuff, but I still went around. And this time I had $200 to spend. And I have $15 right now. So I bought a lot of stuff. And as opposed to last year where I was hesitant to buy much because it was tuition money that I was using to buy stuff. But this time it's money from my job that I quit. And the next thing at 6 was the artist movie. I don't know what artist movie means, but the movie we saw was a documentary on the death of Superman Lives. Superman Lives would have been a movie where Nicolas Cage would have played Superman. And personally, I would have loved to see that. That would it would have been hilarious. In all of his Nick Cagey goodness, doing his Nick Cage stuff. As a Superman. But I walked around some more, and I spent a lot of money the first day. I think I might have spent $80. No, that's an overstatement. Anyway, let me just grab some of the stuff I bought the first day. I have pictures of all of this already. Taken with my camera on a pillow so that you can see. But which one of these did I get? So I bought one sticker, which I will show later. I'll show that later because I bought more stickers next day. And I put them all on my laptop, so I took a picture of my laptop. But first day I bought some buttons. I bought the Reggies again, of course. I always can't have enough Reggies. Can't have enough Reggies. And from my friend Hayden, I bought a set of Evolutions buttons, including Eevee, of course. The precious boy. I got a button from Fat Apollo by saying, "Hey, Fat Apollo, give me a button." And yes, I bought a sword. I bought Aragorn's sword, the Flame of the West, and I don't remember what it's called, even though I love Lord of the Rings. Big fan. Yeah, good time. And Friday is usually not that long of a day. So, Saturday, I got up bright and early and went right to it. And I stayed there until 5. Yes, it's 5 o'clock. So, usually I go to the convention and I go from the morning until night. But this time I was kind of busy and also really tired. You know, these old bones are getting old, no matter how much calcium you put into them. But on Saturday I did get up at fucking 7:30 and went at 9 to Trek Bros, and then I left Trek Bros and went down to the floor to talk with my brothers. And then I went to Saturday morning cartoons, which, honestly, I'm going to call Scott Fury out for not showing a single full episode of any cartoon. He only showed PSAs and intros. Saturday morning cartoons, not as advertised. Probably would go again, though. It was still entertaining. You know, Transformers theme really got my nostalgia bone going. And I didn't go to Superhero Story Time. And on Saturday, I also bought some things. I bought more buttons, these magic symbols, Boris, for those actual fans out there who will recognize the two colors, Boris. And I bought 2 games, Cold Fear, which was recommended to me. It was $30. Yeah, Cold Fear was recommended to me, and I was told that it was rare and sort of, and also good, and kind of a collector's item. So of course I jumped on it and bought that. And I also got Halo Combat Evolved. I have Halo 2, and it doesn't work. So I might as well try again at the first game in the Halo series. And I just recently bought an Xbox like a couple months ago, so that's good. Speaking of buying new consoles, the biggest score this year, I bought a Sega Saturn. Yes, of course, everyone knows what that is. Everyone. Okay, so the Sega Saturn was predecessor to the Sega Dreamcast, which I also have. I also have the Dreamcast over there, looking at me in this triangle thing. Because I've always been fascinated with games that specifically you can't play anymore unless you jump through a bunch of hoops, like that Scott Pilgrim game. Can't play that anymore. With this Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, excuse me, it's extremely difficult to emulate. I don't think it's possible. And there's a game, Panzer Dragoon Saga. You know what I'm talking about. Go on eBay, see them listed for $1,000. ROM doesn't exist of it, I don't think. I'm not sure. I think you can actually get a reproduction though, but you need an unlocked Sega Saturn, which I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna open that thing up. me and Ethan modded a PlayStation to play games, but I already had the mod chip for that. I don't want to fuck around and try to mod Sega Saturn. So yes, I'm going to track down an original copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga, blow $1,000 on it, and play it. Now that I have a Sega Saturn, because that's just the kind of person I am, and I can brag to my friends, look at this $700 game that I own. But this is only the first step. I also need to get a controller. It didn't come with a controller, so I was able to talk the guy down some $10 from the 70. I need to get a RAM card for it because he said that was a good thing to have. He also told me to get some Japan imports because they're cheap and good. And I looked online and I found a few games that look cool, like Nights into Dreams and Force, something. And I might end up buying a few games for Sega Saturn because that's cool. Yes! I also bought a little commission of myself because they're selling like little sketches of people for $10, so I bought one, and there it is, and look, I'm adorable. I have noodle hair, and they even got chin scruff, which only exists because I accidentally shaved my beard off. I have an electric razor, it's very easy to do. Ariel Marsh, creator of art, went to her panel, had a lot to say about art. And, honestly, I had no idea who she was. Kind of like an independent artist. She's doing work for Engine Books, the people who I've been trying to get published with for the past year-ish, maybe more. I even saw one of the anthologies that I submitted for being sold at the convention. I was like, yeah, I could have been in that. You could be me signing that book. But no. I'm not good enough yet, but I'm going to keep trying. After that, Origins of Self-Publishing, which the person did not show up. Which sucks, because that would have been neat. Foamworks, a couple of dudes talking about how to make cosplay. And I have a friend who was in the costume contest, and I'll get to that later. And they were showing off their techniques and how to make big old costumes. You know, they had their massive orc man. There he is on screen right now. And they passed around some pieces, shared some tips, which I won't use because they don't make foam things. Cosplays don't cosplay. Though I want to cosplay as Deodorant Man, which is an original character, do not steal. And they had a lot to say. If you were there, then you probably left with a better understanding of how to be a good cosplayman. And I should start talking about cosplay, because that's like 40% why you go, because there's lots of cosplays, and I got lots of pictures of cosplays, not only at the contest, but also on the floor, talked to some people. My friend Emily was dressed up as the Victorian steampunk plague doctor with actual steam hat. Steam came out of the hat. It was very impressive. It was actually diffusing essential oils into the air, and it smelled kind of nice. And the hat kind of got soaked by the end of it, but that's fine. And I wore the mask, and it was hard to see out of, and I was like, I don't know how do you do this, and she's like, I don't. I also spotted, or actually they spotted me, the person who won the costume contest last year. They did not have their Dutch Angel Dragon suit this year, but they were wearing a different cosplay. I got a picture. There it is. Oh yes, Fat Apollo Storytime. Everyone loves Fat Apollo Storytime, which it's a shame that they're doing all ages now, because it's not funny anymore. Well, it's funny, but it's not as funny The song at the beginning, it doesn't make sense anymore, because why would you have a content warning song if the content is G-rated? He didn't get to tell the Who's the Chief baby story, which is my favorite story of all time. Thank God I have that on my third alt channel. But yeah, he told all the stories about the air conditioning story and the bike story and all that good stuff. The Gator Jumperoo, which is it's a really good one. And after that, I left. Even though there were a couple hours left in the day, I was tired. And today, Sunday, I drove in. I got late. I got here late because, one, I don't really have that much interest in the panels. I already went to Adventures in Writing and Publishing last year. So, that would have been just the same thing again. But I showed up at 2. I had to read and study all morning, and I showed up at 2 to see Chase Masterson's panel, which was very, very entertaining. She talked at length about her charity work in particular. She does work for children with AIDS, which is an extremely depressing concept, and so it's cool to see that there's a charity for remedying that. And Anti-Bullying Coalition, which is a noble pursuit as well. And she also talked about her role on Star Trek as Lita, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is my favorite Star Trek and the best one. You can fight me if you're a Star Trek fan. I'm starting to sound like a comic book guy, and that wasn't on purpose, I swear. Costume contest, where things get real. There was Norman Bates as Norman Bates' mother, which was hilarious. It was a child that did it in the presentation category. And my friend Emily was in the novice category, and she went on stage, and it was lovely. And then, of course, the expert, the journeyman, Spawn, gunslinging Spawn, and Emily won second place. Ethan did not enter this year. In fact, he was only there on Friday, I think. And then I left. I didn't go to the closing ceremonies. I watched it last year. They screeched out. No, not last year. Was it last year or the year before? I think they screeched in either DC Douglas or JG Hertzler. And that's the days. And now I have some stories. I did see Tim again, but he did not face a child and lose. He didn't face a child and win. I didn't see him face a child. And so my interest in Tim has hereby terminated. No more Tim. Goodbye, Tim. Mark wasn't there. And if you have followed that meme, I call Mark trash every time I see him in the convention. And he wasn't there, so I didn't call him trash. And yet again, Downtown Entertainment, who supply some games and lots of games to play as well, were not there. On Saturday, I convinced my friend Charlie to join me in the convention. He'd never gone before, I don't think. And he had a blast. He had $10 to his name, and he still had a blast. And I had $200. And he made friends with the Thai guy. And by proxy, I was also friends with the Thai guy. And but they talked about Pokemon Go. So, I wasn't really part of that conversation. But then I came back the next day and talked to him for a bit, and he's a cool guy. So next year, go find the swag ties and hair scrunchies. I was tempted to get one of the hair scrunchies, but they were just too cute for me. And I am 6'4", very large. Cute things don't look good on me. But the scrunchie would have looked good in the character that was done, the caricature that was done of me, though. So, I don't know. Devin dressed up as the Slavic man again, with a different gas mask. I also entered a raffle. I guess that counts as something I bought. I entered a raffle for a massive bottle of rum. or $1,000 cash, or a gift card collection. You know, it's all very cool. And on the last day, I bought one thing, and that would be a fairy in a bottle necklace, and it is adorable. It's sitting right next to the microphone, about 7 inches away. Exactly. I also on Saturday, I bought a couple more stickers. I bought an Eevee sticker and an Isabelle sticker. And here's a picture of my laptop. I'm looking at my laptop now because I have to. And from left to right, the bisexual symbol, bi power. I don't know what do bisexuals have we have a chant? I don't know if we have a chant or not. I'm not sure. Bi. It means something different in Newfoundland. Now I got that in Redbubble. But the Eevee there, I bought that this year. The Vaporeon I actually bought last year from the same person. And then there's the Punisher sticker I bought this year, and then something made by Hayden. The Sacrifice logo, Sacrifice, my favorite game of all time. And then Isabelle. And then the gay pride flag was also Redbubble. I don't know, I shouldn't have bought the Isabelle one. Now everyone knows I'm a furry. I didn't get a picture with Chase Masterson because I'm a coward. Which is a shame because I got a picture with J.G. Hertzler last year, who's also Deep Space Nine. He played a more minor character. I think, actually, wait. Who is more minor, General Martok or Lita? Well, I like General Martok more, so I got a picture with him anyway. I think that's it. Jesus, that was short. I guess it's the videos that really pumped up the runtime. Maybe I should take videos again next year because, well, this was a very short video. But honestly, it's a huge hassle to haul around a video camera, and a microphone, especially now that this microphone is completely fucked, and I think this is the last use I'm going to get out of it before it dies. I'm not even sure if this is recording right now, but, you know, just winging it. Oh, great restaurant. And now an outro. I guess we're going to do an end slate. There's going to be an end slate like Yuri of Wind does, where they're fucking 15-minute long end slates, a quarter of the video. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Love Yuri of Wind. And yes, if you're looking at my channel right now, it has been 1 year since I made that last video, and yes, I have released only one video, the review of Creep, which was a hassle to make because the first video that I uploaded to that, it was taken down by like Netflix or some shit, even though, you know, it's fair use, but, you know, fuck it, whatever. So I mirrored the video, and it fucked up a lot of the keyframing, which sucked because I tried to fix most of it. I fixed the Bear Mods joke, but the final bit with the axe got completely messed up, and now it's not funny anymore, and no one gets it. But whatever, man, whatever. And if you're watching this from the convention and you want to get in touch with me for some reason, I don't know, you want to tell me to take this video down because you didn't like the picture I took, or if you just want to say hi because you saw me at the convention, I am getting my phone out, and I'm logging into my phone, and I'm going to Discord because I don't have my, there we go. You can contact me on Discord, uppercase T dash uppercase dog. The number is 1728, and it's on screen. And if you want to contact me that way, you can. I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe you want to collab? Eh? Anyone? No? Oh well. Whatever. You do what you want. That's me. That's me. Finishing this video. Deodorant Man will see you in the future. And now I'm just gonna sit here and see if I forget anything so I can